Hello, my dear children. The holidays are coming and I have prepared something for you to do. Now, if you stay with me, I'm going to read you a nice book and to show you how to do a follow-up activity. So, let's go. The Important Book by Margaret Wise Brown, and it's illustrated by Leonard Weisgard. The Important Book. The important thing about a spoon is that you eat with it. It's like a little shovel. You hold it in your hand, you can put it in your mouth. It isn't flat, it's hollow, and it spoons things up. But the important thing about a spoon is that you eat with it. The important thing about a daisy is that it is white. It is yellow in the middle. It has long petals, and bees sit on it. It has a ticklish smell. It grows in green fields, and there are always lots of daisies. But the important thing about a daisy is that it is white. The important thing about rain is that it is wet. It falls out of the sky and it sounds like rain, and it makes things shiny, and it does not taste like anything, and it is the color of air. But the important thing about rain is that it is wet. The important thing about grass is that it is green. It grows and it's tender with a sweet grassy smell. But the important thing about grass is that it is green. The important thing about snow is that it is white. It is cold and light. It falls softly out of the sky. It is bright and the shape of tiny stars and crystals. It is always cold and it melts. But the important thing about the snow is that it is white. The important thing about an apple is that it is round. It is red. You bite it and it is white inside, and the juice splashes in your face, and it tastes like an apple, and it falls off a tree. But the important thing about an apple is that it is round. The important thing about the wind is that it blows. You can't see it, but you can feel it on your cheek, and see it bend trees and blow hats away and sail boats. But the important thing about the wind is that it blows. The important thing about the sky is that it is always there. It is true that it is blue and high and full of clouds and made of air. But the important thing about the sky is that it is always there. The important thing about a shoe is that you put your foot in it. You walk in it and you take it off at night, and it is warm when you take it off. But the important thing about a shoe is that you put your foot in it. The important thing about you is that you are you. It is true that you were a baby and you grew, and now you're a child, and you will grow into a man or into a woman. But the important thing about you is that you are you. Now that was the important book, one of my favorites. Now what I had in mind when I told you that you can do an activity connected to it is that you can basically make your own important book. And how to do it? First of all, think of something that you like. It can be anything or anyone. And then you make a nice drawing about it or about them. Then think what's the most important thing about that thing or about that person. And then you ask your mom and dad to write that next to your drawing. For example, I thought I could write about someone very, very special to me. It's my granddad. And I made a drawing of him and I wrote that the important thing about my granddad is that he had a heart of gold. He had a white mustache and a sunburned skin. He was hardworking, but he was very patient still. He wore a hat tilted to one side, and his eyebrows would often seem to frown with worries, but he could also tell some very good stories. His face would lit up when he saw us, and to me, he always looked quite old. But the important thing about my granddad is that he had a heart of gold. So I drew my granddad, or something that he looked like, and then I wrote, the important thing about my granddad is that he had a heart of gold. So the first thing is to have an idea what you want to draw or tell us what the important thing about it is. So it can be anything or anyone. It can be your mommy and daddy, your grandpa, your grandma, your sister, your brother, your best friend, your pet. Maybe spring or flowers or suns and trees. Or it can be a teddy bear or your soft blanket. But how you do it is to draw it nicely, color it in nicely, and then tell what the important thing about it is. When you do all of that, you can also take a photo and send it to our email. And that would be basically it. So the holidays are coming, and the important thing about holidays is also to relax and enjoy. You will go and play, you will probably eat, you will probably sleep, you'll watch a little bit of TV, you'll probably be happy and sometimes not quite so. The weather will be sunny, maybe sometimes rainy, but the important thing about your holiday is that you should relax and enjoy. So, relax, enjoy, stay healthy, and see you when the holiday is over. But don't forget to write. Bye!